What the hell is going on, everybody?
What's up, everybody?
It's been a long, long time.
So,
The office is a disaster. Look at this. Look at the desk. You see the desk?
look, you can't even see me because of that bar thing.
The non-working bar.
Yeah, pull that down.
We thought we were gonna have a roulette of. Look at this. We thought we were gonna have a roulette of shots tonight, but doesn't work.
Nope. It's probably a good thing because I'm suffering heavily from gout foot. So,
Yeah. So explain the gout foot to me because I've never experienced gout. What is that? Do you know what it is?
yeah. So it's a buildup of crystals inside your foot. Typically, it happens in men over the age of 30.
Oh boy.
It has a lot to do with people that aren't in great shape. Yeah. And most people get it in their toe joint, and from what I hear from them is they can't even like put a sheet on their toe, or else it'll kill them.
That's ridiculous.
It is. Listen, I've broken my back. I've broken pretty much everything in my right side, and I've even broken my kneecap. That one hurt pretty bad, like in half.
The actual kneecap?
Yeah.
How do they fix that?
Matt DeVaco just said a filled up of crystal meth in your butt.
There you go.
No, so it's
Can you see the whole chat?
yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So, anyways, it builds up like these protein crystals that you get from eating shellfish, proteins like meats, anything like that. Beer is what sets me off, and that's what caused it. Is remember when I came out there for the birthday the other night and had all those beers. Now I'm suffering from it. But yeah, it is so painful. It is by far the worst thing I've ever felt. Not this time. This time just sucks. But the first time it happened, I thought I broke my foot. Like it was that bad.
So you thought you had like a broken bone inside your foot or something?
It feels like that.
Oh my god.
And when I first started having symptoms of it, I was younger, and it used to be when we used to go out on the boat and go tubing. And I thought that, and we go out and drink too, obviously, and we get on that tube and we'd be going 100 miles an hour behind the boat with our feet hitting the water, you know?
I lost my shorts that way.
Yeah, because we were idiots. We were doing like 90. So I would get home the next morning and wake up and go to step down, and it'd feel like my foot was broken. And I'm like, God dang, man, I must have
Like
really...
you couldn't put pressure on it?
No.
Oh, man.
It feels like if you were to step on a big marble and put all your weight on it, and like your foot, if you step on a marble, it feels like it's separating.
Yeah.
It feels like that, but like excruciating.
That sucks.
Yeah. So on top of that, I would wake up, step down, and think, man, I must have hurt my foot tubing. Like that was my thought, right? And then because I was younger, it'd go away like by midday. And it was those crystals were passing. And I'm like, it's just bruised from that. Because your foot will turn blue. And so later on in life, I found out, because I was not tubing the day before, I just had some drinks and woke up with the same broke feeling foot. But that was definitely a buildup of crystals is how it supposedly works. And it sucks.
It sucks not having my MacBook so I can look shit up. Isn't gout called... What's gout called? Like the old name for gout. Wasn't it
King's
like
disease.
King's disease. There you go.
Yeah,
or something like
it's
that,
because
right?
they'd eat nothing but meat.
Yeah.
And that's how it happens. It can be caused by being inherited, too. So my grandfathers both had it, and then my uncle has it,
Does
too.
shellfish have anything to do with that?
Yeah. Shellfish is a big trigger.
Because they were
for
saying,
most.
like, people couldn't afford good shellfish and good meat and stuff like that, so rich people...
Well, it wasn't
would get
shellfish back then, because from what I remember reading in the history books, is the fishermen would go out and catch fish for the king and the royals, and they would catch lobsters on accident in the nets, and they would give those to the poor people because
Isn't
they were...
that funny?
Yeah.
Isn't that hilarious that lobster is like...
Well, if you looked at the thing, you wouldn't want to eat it either.
Dude, lobster looks like a big-ass roach.
Yeah. A bug.
The lobsters are the roach that survived the dinosaurs.
They did.
I'm pretty sure.
But have you had the Florida one versus the Maine lobster? Maine's so much better.
There's a lot more meat.
And that and the fact that they're sweeter.
I'm not completely sold on a lot of Florida seafood, especially, when people used to brag about it being like out of the river.
Well, yeah, now it's Pooh River.
Yeah, oh my goodness. Now it's like nuclear waste.
Well, before we get on and keep going, there was something I noticed when I walked in here. It is pretty funny. And I think I turned the volume off on this, but we're going to find out if I did the usual.
The volume should be on, right?
No, meaning I always hit it on my phone,
Oh.
and then I forget, and then we hear ourselves talking. I did
yeah.
not forget this time.
I did mine too.
So Frank in here, we have an assortment of screens. We have 3 screens, right? We have 3 cameras. Frank, though, has done the typical thing I see a lot of people do on their laptops, where they cover up the camera on their actual laptop itself because they don't want anybody spying on them. Meanwhile, Frank forgot that he has 3 cameras hooked to the computer through the board going into his computer.
No, but okay. So first off, Janet did that with that because we were just sitting here one time and it just turned on. So she did that. But no, there's no power to the cameras though, because they all go
Like
through
that stops them.
No, but they all go through that surge protector with the kill switch that we turn off all the time.
What? So that came to my next question, what I wanted to say. If somebody was watching, what would most likely they see? And that's as a whole, like everybody. Like, what is it that we're doing that I'd say 50% of my friends cover that thing up? I don't. I leave stuff off.
Oh, what, that thing? Oh, like if they were to watch?
Yeah,
What are you trying to
well,
say?
meaning if somebody was looking in, what
Yeah.
is the reason you're covering it up? What is it that they would see? Like,
Well-
split second, middle of the day, what is Frank doing?
Oh, not even in here. I'm probably not even in here. Or I'm sitting here watching Netflix pretending like I'm really working.
So that's what they would see.
Probably.
They'd see you with like a face.
Yeah.
Mine would just see me angrily pounding on the desk, being mad at something.
I could see that.
Have you seen that video of the baboon that's like gets mad? It's a real baboon, and it's sitting there with a keyboard, and it's a laptop, and it is something's going on with the laptop, but it is beating hell out of this laptop,
Dude.
like getting mad at it, and that's me.
So there's some really funny stuff. Like the monkey stuff is so funny. My absolute favorite is the one where he sticks his finger up his ass and smells it and falls out of the tree. Do you remember that video?
Yes.
That's my favorite monkey video.
Is it because you felt like it's your soul
It's
animal?
just so funny because like everybody, like, you know, I know the show always goes down this route, but everybody has given themselves a smell check.
Oh my god.
Everybody's giving themselves a smell check. Dude, in the middle of running sometimes, if I have a fart that I don't trust, I shove my hands down my pants half expecting poo. If I have poo, I'll pull over. If not, I just keep going. But the funny thing was, you know, that monkey at that time was like, whoa, too far.
Oh my god.
Finger went too far.
That's disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting.
No, to be honest with you, the monkey probably just lost his balance, and that's why he went out. But
No, he looked like for sure he smelled stank and fell over.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I've always been confused about that. What's the other one though with monkeys? You ever see that? What's the deal with monkeys? They'll use tools after a while. Do you remember?
Yeah, they're one of the few animals that
They'll
knows
actually
how to use tools.
Yeah.
Dolphins do it too.
Dolphins, fucking interesting, man.
Yeah.
Dolphins are smart.
So, anyways, people that are not smart, that's a good segue,
All right.
is Verizon Wireless.
Okay. What do you got?
Oh, I haven't even talked to you about this.
First off, what's on the agenda today for people who are listening?
Nothing.
We have nothing.
Do we ever?
No, we have nothing
Okay.
planned.
So if
I don't
you have
even
a
my
topic,
computer, so I can't see headlines.
I got it all pulled up.
Is
but it's-
anybody talking?
Yeah, we got Tom Green on, we got Scott on, we got Matt on, Bob's in here.
Bob.
Yeah, everybody's on. I mean, all the main dudes.
So, all right, let's hear this Verizon thing before you forget.
And then while I'm telling this Verizon story, you should give us some topics. So, I go to get Morgan and myself, right, a new phone. I get the Note 10. She gets the Note 10 Plus. I buy mine through Best Buy because they have I have that whole thing where I broke my phone, remember, and they decided to give me a check for it. I don't know if I told that on here. Long story short, the insurance company gave me a check for my phone instead of replacing the phone because they didn't have the same one. So I used the money in order to buy a Note 10 from Best Buy, who was having a promotion, and made them the cheapest game in town. Everything went fine, no problem, everything's good. Best Buy. Verizon, who you would think would be the easier one to deal with because it is their company, the nightmare just ended, and here's how it started. I pre-ordered the phone because they had a special that you got $450 off if you pre-ordered and turned in any iPhone 6 or newer. And as you know, I used to fix cell phones. I've got a pile of iPhone 6s. So I made one perfectly working one out of these iPhones and was going to send it in. The day before the order is supposed to ship out, they cancel my order.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I call in and I'm like, hey, I don't know why, but my order got canceled. And they said, oh, it was because your ship to address is different than your billing address. And I said, okay, why does that matter? I said, the bill goes to my mother's house because we're all on the same family plan, but I'm the one that pays for it. And it's like, who cares? You know, who cares where the phone's shipping?
Yeah.
Like, it's been paid for. It was already paid for. So they cancel the thing. And then I go, okay, well, just send it to her house. Whatever. I don't care. And they're like, well, the promotion's ended.
No.
Exactly. They're like, we can give you $250 off, not $450. I said, oh, no. Not going to happen. So they do this supposed notes, this, and this. And I'm like, and I notice on the order that I ordered Aura Glow, which is the new awesome color that Morgan had to have. And it is cool. It like changes color. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's this fancy like metallic
Who makes it?
thing. Samsung.
Yeah, no, don't see it.
Anyways, so it is cool. If you pull it up, it is cool. So if you could see the chat right now. So anyways, they tell me, we're going to take care of it for you. No, the phone is correct. We know it's showing that it's going to come in blue. It's not. It's going to be Aura Glow, blah, blah, blah. Guess what color that phone showed up?
Gold.
Came in blue.
Really?
Not Aura Gold or Aura Glow. So they sent me the wrong color, and they didn't give me any discount at all. They sent the bill with it. It was like $1,100. So then I'm furious, and so I call them up and I'm like, "Hey, you sent the wrong color phone, and I didn't get the money off." Okay, we're so sorry, Mr. Deschler. We're gonna go ahead and send you the new one. Send that one back. We're gonna give you $100 credit. We'll make sure you get your $450 off. I'm like, okay, well that sounds great, right? Now I'm up to $550 off this $1,100 phone. You should probably keep the math on this because I've been wondering what I actually paid. So then it gets so bad. They send the new phone, right?
Okay.
The new phone's still the wrong color, and they don't give me the discount again. So then they end up, I see on the next bill, because this is going on for a month, I see on the next bill they charged me 2 activation fees because of the 2 phones. So I call them up, I'm yelling at them again. And mind you, I'm spending 2 to 3 hours on the phone at a time on every single one of these calls. So I talk to them, they take off all those, they give me another $100 credit. Okay? Tell me they're going to send me the phone again. It's still getting the $450 off. So now I've got $450 plus $100 plus $100, right?
Off?
Off.
Okay.
$650. Seriously, keep this math because
Yeah.
I don't know what I ended up paying. So then the phone comes in again. It is the wrong color again. I'm like livid at this point. They still haven't taken off the $450. I've lost my mind at this point because I've been dealing with it for a month. Morgan is still not got a new phone. In the meantime, I have told my daughter that she can have my wife's old Note 8 Plus. So you can imagine when you tell a 6-year-old, hey, you get this awesome phone, and now you delay it for a month.
Yeah.
Imagine how happy she is.
She's pissed.
Oh, yeah. So then, on top of all this mess, I get on the phone. I spend hours. I get somebody finally in the state of Florida, and he goes, okay, I'm going to take care of it. I'm going to give you a $250 credit, and I'm going to give you a free case of your choice online. I said, any case I want. He goes, yeah. I said, okay, well, get me the life-proof free one. Most expensive one on there is $80 for this case. That one she has.
Yeah.
Real nice one. And he goes, okay, no problem. So what are we up to? We've got $600, I think, plus $250. We're at $850 off plus a free $100 case. We're at $750 they've taken off, right? So I get the phone finally. They give me the right one, right? The credits have already been established because they gave me the credits up front and said, for your troubles, we're going to give you all this money off, and we're still going to give you the $450 off the bill, like over the course of the phone. So the $450 essentially will make the phone free, right? So then I get the phone. They didn't take it off. I call in. They give me another $100 off, and they do the $450 off monthly. So now I finally got the phone, and they paid me $100 for it.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
worth a month.
Dude, but I spent hours on the phone. And it's like, I wonder how many people order this stuff, and then they get the wrong color, and they go, oh, well. You know?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
But my wife's particular, and so am I,
No,
honestly.
what happens is they get the phone, it's in the wrong color, and then they get online, and they look to see how long it would take to get the one they want, and it's like 10 business days or some shit like that. So then they're like, fuck it, Pink will do.
Yeah.
And I'll just deal with Pink. I'll get a case.
Yeah, well, what's crazy is then the phone got back ordered. That's why it took so long. Like, it's been a 2-month thing.
So
but it's because of the color.
I'm trying to watch both chats, and it's really funny. So, you guys hear me all the time talk about the running team, the Sharks, my boys over there. So everybody has like their own shark name, just whatever. It came from somewhere. So Tom Green, it was talking about, okay, so this upcoming weekend we've got the 50K. Like literally a week from now, I'll be going to bed early so that I can wake up and run 32 miles, which I don't want to do, which I'm really regretting signing up for.
I don't understand the whole thing. I don't understand.
I'm over it. At this point, I'm over it, right? So I've been
you
so
also
busy.
are not in the frame, by the way.
Where am I?
You're like way in the corner.
No, it's because of stupid mic.
There you go. Yeah, so we got a mic problem.
We have.
It took Viagra, and it consistently
it's way
moves
worse
up.
than it used to be. Like,
here it comes.
anyway, so where was I getting at? Oh yeah, so so my shark name is OG Bomber, right? So OG from the show, right?
Yeah.
And the bomber, what do you think? Anything like?
Well, I saw it in the chat. I think it's a big fart.
It's patriotic. You would think, right? OG bomber. You're kind of thinking like I'm thinking a shark wearing a bomber vest with wearing aviators.
Yeah.
So anyway, you guys have heard my farts on the show, and Kevin, yes, they can be loud.
They're awful.
They could be violent. So we're all sitting there. You know when you have remember the high school sleepovers or even like the middle school sleepovers where all it took was one giggle and the whole night's done, right?
To where your face hurts because you're laughing.
You giggle
and
train.
you want to go to sleep, but no one can.
Right. You want to go to sleep, nobody can. And at some point, like everybody's been mad at everybody else, so it's no one person's fault anymore. You know what I mean? It's just a disaster. So we're sitting there like that the night before. We have to run. Our relay started at like 4:30, 4:45 or something like that in the morning. So it's probably midnight, 1 o'clock. We're all thinking just 2 hours. So we've got 2 dudes in each bed in 2 rooms, right? And we kept the middle door open. And we're all laying there. And I think it's Tom and Mark. Mark Myers is in the alleyway. So I'm in the next bed, right? So Mark's across the way from me. And you know Brian Strickland, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm calling him out on the show. So he's in the bed and he goes, eek, like a little fart, and I giggled and I come out and it's like,
oh God,
dude, everybody loses it. I
just can't imagine the smell of that thing.
Everybody, like Tom's wearing headphones and he's cracking up laughing, and Mark goes, "Well, fuck your fart, Brian."
Oh my God.
So it was funny. But dude, to top it off, we're now all right, so day 3. Right? Day 3, so it's the second day of the run. Everybody's freaking exhausted. Everybody's ready to go home. I haven't pooped because I had like nervous butt. I would not poop. I couldn't. I tried. So my farts were just absolutely terrible. So by the end of it, like I'm just letting them ride on the I was about to say the plane, on the bus. It was absolutely disgusting. So, and that's funny because remember keto farts?
Yes.
Yeah, that's when I was like full blown giving keto a try, and everything fucking stunk.
And it was, dude.
It's the worst.
There was farts at John's house that even the dogs couldn't replicate.
They want to die sometimes. I'm telling you, like some of these, even myself, like just the other day, I farted. And like 15 minutes later, Janet's like, "What the fuck is that smell?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Like, maybe it was one of the dogs.
Oh my God.
But anyway, so
Tom says he almost puked.
Oh, it was absolutely disgusting. It was so bad.
And Bob said all this fart talk made him fart.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
is that kind of like a yawn? And why is that, by the way? And what does a yawn do?
Dude, my funniest fart. So the yawn, I don't know. The yawn's supposed to keep you awake. I don't know how much.
But why is it if I yawned right now, you would yawn?
Now I'm thinking about doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. See? Yeah. Why is that?
I don't know.
Somebody explain that.
I don't know. Bob knows. Bob's intelligent.
I'm a robot. I don't yawn.
So What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so listen to this. The funniest fart ever, and I've probably already told the story. Jane and I had only been dating for a little bit, and we're in her brother's room. We're watching an old movie or something like that, and we're eating snacks. I can vividly tell you what they are, but they're completely irrelevant. All I know is I'm a sneeze holder. I am terrified of sneezing because I don't want to like spray sneeze everywhere or get it on somebody. It's like, you're afraid to fart in front of your girlfriend for the first time.
Yes.
Right? So think about that is kind of how like I always feel about sneezes. Right? So
you're okay with farting, but don't like sneezing.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want anybody to get sick and be like, God damn it, this when Frank sneezed on me. But anyway, so I go to sneeze and I hold my sneezes. So you know how that works, right? It's usually like that. So I go to sneeze really hard and this is what happens.
You fart.
I pushed out a fart.
How long were you with her?
Few months.
That's when you broke the ice.
Her brother was there, and he lost it, like uncontrollably laughing, which eased the whole thing, which made her laugh. And
so you've never stopped since then?
No.
Yeah.
It's
gotten progressively worse daily.
It's absolutely terrible. The last few days, I don't know what it is. The last few days have just been the stinkiest things in the world.
Ugh. It sounds awful.
My gut just rotten from the inside. So, do you have anything else? Because I do have something that happened.
The only thing I have is in the topics. Matt wants to talk about men's tampons.
I heard about that.
It's real?
So, yeah. But listen to this. First, all right, guys. We know that if we can say anything, that this show is right-leaning.
I would say so.
Okay. I'm trying to use the proper words. Okay? We're right-leaning. This is not a political show by any means. So, you know that I have a woodworking business, right? And
yes.
Part of that is people ask me for things, and if they're cool, I remake them, right? I add them to the roster of things that I offer or things that I sell. One of those things lately has been flags. I made a couple flags for people, and they keep asking for more. So I take a flag that I just made, and I go to put it in the in my marketplace store through my business, right?
Yeah.
And I say the description. So the title of the flag is wooden flag. Wood on wood, like stained, like it was stained wood on wood, right? So the description was fine. But under the headline was fine. Underneath that, the description says, nothing says patriot more than a handmade, hand-stained wooden flag. The dimensions are 34 inches by 19.5 inches. Comes in a glossy finish. You know what they did?
What?
They rejected my post. You want to know why they rejected my post?
Facebook did?
Facebook rejected my post of that flag, and they said that the item I was selling, because it was an algorithm that rejected it right away. So that needs to be known, is it's an algorithm that rejected it, right? The algorithm sends me an email and says that I violated Facebook's terms and conditions by posting illegal and offensive items such as
an American flag.
Guns.
There was no guns.
No gun. Why do you think that it flagged automatically?
Because people put the guns in front of the flag normally.
Well, you have to think. So I can tell you why. It's the word patriot and the fact that I had numbers 34x 19.5.
Oh, 556 223.
And then the word patriot. You get what I'm trying to say? Because it's an uncommon word versus like everything
Did they
else.
release it, though, when you explained it?
I had to manually request it, and then they did. Well, because I said, forget approving the post. I need you guys to explain to me why the hell you flagged this after the word patriot. Because that, to me, sounds like some censorship bullshit.
And what was the response? Just blanket statement?
Nothing. No statement. It just, all of a sudden, it's in the marketplace. Right? But a person had to approve that.
But I'm sure it's okay to sell sex toys in there.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's like, look, and again, I've got no problem with anybody's choices and gender. Like, we've had this conversation. Like, I don't give a crap, right? I care about myself and my family. That's to the extent of it for the most part, right? So, you want to post some, like, used dildo that was up some dude's ass? Like, you can probably do that.
There's probably a market for it.
Sure, you just don't show a picture of the dildo, but you say what it is. So it's like literally you flagged the flag.
Unbelievable.
It's bullshit. It makes me mad because it's like I could have posted anything. I bet I could have posted I could have posted a flag that had Trump's face on it, and any like anti-Trump or the Ukrainian flag with Trump's face on it would have been
People
funny.
just need to stop being so stupid and offended.
Well,
I can't stand stupid people.
Well, what this kind of led me to start thinking, and I've been thinking a lot over the last week, was the internal political war, right? So at the end of it, right, 10, 15 years from now, if shit ever works itself out, this will be known as like not even a silent war. You get what I mean? But it'll be like an internal political, I don't know, an internal political revolution. Not even revolution. I don't know.
Matt just said he's offended that I'm not offended.
You should be. Anyway, you get what I'm trying to say, though. Is that all of the results of all of this is just from left versus right, if you think about it, which I think is bullshit, to be honest with you.
So I've lost track because I literally have been so busy I can't even listen to the radio. Because it used to be I used to get all my information because I was driving and listening to talk radio.
Yep.
So now I don't get that. But I hear now that they pull back from impeachment. But didn't they pull a couple billion bucks out of our Social Security?
I don't know. I literally, like, just the other day, or was it yesterday, heard that impeachment on full effect.
Yeah, but
So
Pelosi was saying she was pulling out.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I need to figure out what the heck is going on.
The problem is...
Yes, it is a war of feelings, Jason.
It is a war of feelings, 100%. Who said that? Jason who?
Jason Katassi.
Oh. So, but that's the thing is, right? And I'm not trying to take a side on the feelings war, but the idea is it's like everything is viewed as a battle, and somebody's got to win it. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's like, oh, a win
at
for
the detriment to the company.
It doesn't
the country.
It doesn't matter. It's all the situation. It's all the situation. So for example, if I was posting a gun, right? That was a battle, and the person who reviewed it and still
was Beto O'Rourke.
Well, let's just say the person that reviewed it was still able to reject it because I did post a gun. They're like, ha, battle won. You get what I'm trying to say? Like,
yeah,
for their side, whatever, And if you're somebody who makes a living off of selling guns or something like that, then and it went the other way around, and you're like, battle won, right?
Yeah.
I won. So all of this shit has just become like these little micro battles, and you're right, and with no regard to anybody.
No,
because at the end of the day, they're fucking everything up.
It's kind of like the parents that are fighting in front of the kid constantly, and they forget that they're affecting the kid. In this case, the whole country is the kid. You know what I'm saying, though?
Yeah, exactly. The whole country's the kid, and right now we're going through puberty, and by the time it's all done, we're just going to be a whole bunch of fucked up individuals. Like, dead serious. Like, the stuff that's... There's crazy stuff. So you know how old people, the older they get, the more insane shit they can get away with saying or doing?
Oh, yeah. I plan on being one of those people.
I agree, right? But why do we give them a pass? Is it because they've experienced? Right, so if an older guy...
Because we should give everybody a pass. Because it's not our obligation to make anybody act the way we feel they should.
Yeah,
that's where we've lost touch.
That part I completely get. But I guess I don't know where I was really getting at. But if you think about that, we give the old guy a pass because we assume he knows things. He's experienced.
Or that he fought in a war for us.
There's something. There's some sort of history there, right? So we give the pass. But then what happens when you get, stupid kid who wants that same pass, right? So you got a 60-year-old man who's like, look, I just want to bang a bunch of dudes, turn myself into a girl. I've always wanted to be a girl. I've always said if there was a pill that lets you turn into a girl for 24 hours, I'd take it and bang everybody. But
of course you would.
I mean, you got to know. But
no, I know. I don't need the pill.
But so you
No, meaning I'm not going that direction in whatsoever.
But anyway,
it's okay that you want to.
But what I'm getting at is it's like it's okay for the older guy to do it because we give the pass. But now we got to give these kids like free reign. Let them go. I guess what I'm getting at is if you're 9 years old, you don't come out about being gay or thinking you're a girl. Like grow the fuck up for a little bit. Get some experience, do some shit, and then do what you want to do. You get what I'm trying to say?
What age are we talking?
What was that thing on just the other day? There's like an 8-year-old came
Yeah,
out that
see,
says
here's
he
the thing.
identifies as a freaking woman or something.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Here's where people's judgments are misplaced. It's not about the kids saying they're gay or straight. Because here's the thing. At the end of the day, being gay or being straight or whatever, pansexual or whatever, we don't want to get hit because of some...
pansexual?
There's a lot of terms.
It's just a scrambled egg in a pan. You just flip it, and you are whatever the fuck it says you are today?
Maybe.
Good Lord.
Yeah, I don't know. But I can tell you this. The whole point here is that is all based on your sexual desires. No 8-year-old should have a sexual desire at 8 years old. There's something wrong.
I agree. Because
Inherently wrong.
what does your sexual preference have to do?
I didn't have one at 8.
But what does your sexual preference have to do with anything else? You get what I'm trying to say? It should only involve your sexual preference.
Well, what 8-year-old knows about sex?
No, I get it, but pretend he's like 28-year-old, right?
Yeah.
He's a 28-year-old, and he says, I like to bang dudes. Okay, so you're a dude who likes to bang dudes. Just because you're the bottom doesn't make you a woman. Do you get what I'm...
But then again, if you want to be... Matt DeBacco just said it. He said, I identify as the Loch Ness Monster. And I said it the other day when he texted me that. I said, okay, Nessie.
Yeah.
I don't care
Hey.
if you're of age. But if you're 8, no, that is somebody putting something into your mind. Because at 8, I was playing with toys, and that wasn't even a thought.
I bet he's Catholic.
I bet that I will go right down that road. I bet he is too.
All right, so I hate to interrupt this rant with a fact. This is a new thing that we're starting and ending today. This is fact of the day. Give me some music, Kevin. We should have a soundboard, shouldn't we?
We did at one point.
Yeah, but we were limited to the sounds. All right, so here's the fact of the day. The human anus can stretch up to 7 inches before taking damage. A raccoon can squeeze into holes as tight as 4 inches, meaning you can take almost 2 full raccoons up your ass. Believe in yourself.
Who sends you this stuff?
That was Tom Green.
That gives a whole new thing to the gerbling thing, huh?
Yeah. That's raccooning.
God.
Hey, what are you doing tomorrow? Raccooning.
If there's something on YouTube that is listening, it's shutting us off right now.
For sure. They're like, okay.
They're like, Trump, raccooning,
Trump,
done.
raccooning.
Guns, patriotism,
Yep.
patriotism.
That bothered me a lot.
That bothers me a lot.
It bothered me a lot because, first off, I'm like, dude, there's people selling some ridiculous shit. I once saw on Facebook that you can buy, like, used underwear.
Mm-mm.
Oh, yeah.
That's gross.
I would pay somebody to wear my underwear for a day.
I'd pay somebody
Like,
to wear your underwear.
like I'll take them off and you put them right on.
Tom says he's laughing, crying. He's got to go find a raccoon.
I'm dead serious. We need to start this trend.
I went outside the other night, and I heard something, and raccoons are kind of creepy. Like, because they look at you.
Yeah,
and they have very human, like, eyes. It's weird.
They do human things.
Yeah.
You know they clean their hand or clean their
Yeah.
food before they eat.
Yeah, did you see the one they gave cotton candy?
Yes.
And it just dissolves?
So
That's
mean.
funny.
It's
I
so
like
funny.
that.
Yep.
And it's like, what happened? Like, you can tell in its mind, it's like, ooh, like, what's the deal?
He's tried to get it a couple times, and then he's like, "It's gone. What is this?"
Yeah. It's
And
like,
you know the
what
water
is this
isn't even-
witchcraft?
Well, the water's not even sugar water at that point because it was flowing water.
No, I'd be the raccoon that was like, no, and like starts pounding the water. No, dude. But now I've lost my train of thought. Oh, the raccoon the other night. I was taking the trash out, and he must have been just sitting in the front yard, and I heard like up the tree.
Yeah.
And I look over, and there's this huge raccoon. Like, they get big, man.
Yeah, some of them.
And it's just looking at me, and I'm like thinking like, okay, I'm not scared of a lot of animals, but I don't know what a raccoon's got for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know a squirrel's not going to do much. You know what a dog's going to do because you're around them all the time. But do we really know if a raccoon can jump to face height? I don't know that answer. Like, am I preparing to block low? Do I need to go high? Like, what is this thing going to do?
I once had a raccoon in my basement. Like, okay, so you know, like like an up north split level house where like half of the downstairs floor will be underground.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about? So basically, just the windows are like a foot above the ground, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So anyway,
They do that up north a lot.
yeah, well, that's exactly what I said. So the back door was.
I was replying.
The back door was the same deal. Like, you can open the back door, and it went right out to steps that went right up to the yard, right?
Yeah.
So I think I left that, or I left a window open at my dad's house in Connecticut.
Tell me a raccoon got in.
Next thing you know, we go to the house and we hear a noise, and there's a raccoon in the house or down in the basement. So we close everything off so the raccoon can't get up. I was young at the time. Holy crap, I was young. My cousin Lauren was with me. She was 8, so I was probably like 12. So
Preface this with Frank's afraid of everything.
yeah, mostly.
Anything wild.
So it starts running around the basement, and it's like tearing up the windowsills and tearing up a pillow. And basically, my dad was scaring it, and it was trying to destroy everything. So we called and figured out like how we're supposed to get rid of this thing, because I don't even think there was internet at the time.
Can't Google that.
Couldn't Google it. Well,
How to get raccoon out of house.
You for sure couldn't Google it.
You become a man and you slap the shit out of that thing.
Yeah. So you have to let it get hungry.
What?
Yeah.
So it's got to live with you.
Yeah, you gotta. Well, look, they're small things, so they get hungry. But basically, you have to, because it's not gonna leave if it doesn't need food. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, you're just scaring it into a corner.
It's kind of like you ran into somebody's house.
Yeah, just like, and then you just wait for it to get hungry, and then you open a door, and it runs out.
So how long did it take for it to get hungry?
I want to say, like, by that evening, it was out. But, like, it was dark.
Nobody would just go beat this thing with a broom or something?
Fuck no, dude.
Why?
Because what if it's got rabies? You're fucked.
Then you beat it harder with the broom.
How do you know? You're going to look it up once you get rabies?
Have you ever seen an animal with rabies?
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, you do know. You
Yeah.
know what's funny is because until...
Bob said shotgun and sheetrock.
Yeah.
That's about right.
No, but this... Dude, I'm telling you, like, my dad... Obviously, I was so young, so my dad would explain the story better. But it was one of those situations where, like, no matter... Because there's a lot of shit down there. It wasn't, like, just an open room. You get what I mean? It's like that thing could have been around the corner of a couch.
Yeah.
Jumped out and got you. But the problem is...
The way
like,
they walk is just, like,
Dude,
hunchback and...
The
they're
problem
weird.
was, I think this one was skinny, but not... Well, again, once you've seen one with rabies, you know.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, wow, that doesn't look like a raccoon at all.
What was that, Old Yeller?
Yeah. Right? But dead serious, like, you know a raccoon is fine when it's fat.
Yeah.
Big fat raccoon walking around. It's...
Matt said he's seen his wife with rabies.
Jesus.
That's when they get mad.
Yep.
Yeah, they just have a reoccurring case of rabies.
Monthly rabies.
That sounds about right? He also said that he was in a box truck the other day in Detroit and a squirrel cornered him.
Fucking hate squirrels, too.
You hate everything. Frank, what? Frank's deathly afraid of frogs, by the way.
Frogs, but squirrels are vicious.
None of what you're saying is true.
Squirrels are vicious, man.
I've never had a squirrel. Well, no, I had one squirrel come at me, but I kicked the heck out of it.
I used to shoot squirrels at the old house. I used to shoot them through the screen.
You know the animal I don't like? I'm not scared of it, but they will attack you, and they do hurt, and you have to beat the hell out of them to get them to go away.
Possum?
Goose.
I fucking hate goose.
Geese are mean.
I got bit by a goose.
Well, pecked. I don't think yeah.
Yeah.
They'll get you ankles.
He got my shorts.
I caught him in a cast net. So he was out by the pond where we were fishing when we were younger. He kept coming over and pecking me and going like they do, you know. And I got mad because he kept doing it to me. So I'm like, screw this goose. So I caught him in my cast net and drug him clear to the other side of the pond and let him go, thinking he'd stay over there. He chased me all the way back, pecking me.
They get so low, and their wings come
they do
up
that. Yeah,
and
they
back so high,
Yeah,
and go. And pick
they're
up
making themselves look bigger.
and they pick up speed as they're going. Right, they're like,
they're scared of nothing.
but and then you're like, my goodness, like a twig could just trip this thing right now, right? Because it looks like a big old fat thing trying to take off. I love how they don't even. I mean, they fly, but when you have a goose that's like on your property or whatever, they just walk around.
Yeah,
They
and
don't-
they're friendly if they know you since they're young. Supposedly they're very loyal.
I told you a story about the goose that kept going to my grandparents' house, right?
No.
In New York, Goose. I guess like
Bruce the Goose.
Bruce the Goose. 2 years in a row, I think this goose had gone to my grandparents' house and would just stay there. Like, I don't know when they would go up north. When do they go up north? In the spring?
Yeah, when it's
Summer.
warmer.
So she's up there, and for like a week or something like that, every morning the goose would make this ridiculous amount of noise. So one morning, goose makes a lot of noise. My grandma goes out there and wrings its neck. She just grabs it, wrings its neck, and now they have goose.
Did you eat it?
Oh, I wasn't even alive.
No.
No, my mom, I think, was like a teenager.
I like duck, goose. I don't know if you eat a goose.
I've had.
I'm sure you do.
I've had duck for sure. I've had duck. I don't know.
I mean,
that
it can't
goose.
taste much different than a duck.
No, turkey.
Like, all of them things taste the same
Yeah,
at the end of the day, really.
it's a big old duck turkey.
Yeah.
Duck,
Yep.
I hear duck. I mean, look, I've had duck. I don't know that I agree, but they say duck is the best of the birds.
I like duck. You ever have Peking duck? Like,
Yeah.
With the skin that's, like, crispy?
Yeah, I like
That's
crispy
good.
skin.
It is good.
Have you had quail?
Yeah. There's not a lot there.
No, there's
But
not
I
a lot
like
there. A little quail. I don't know. It's a Cornish hens. All that
Those
stuff, it's not
those
bad.
things are for, like, roasting, though. I didn't think you were, like, supposed... I thought they were to make, like, stock and stuff.
What, Cornish hens?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I thought I've had like a roasted hen, or like little tiny hen breast. I feel like a lot of hen would have to die to fill me up, though.
Well, a lot of chickens have to die to fill me up.
Yeah, but you can eat the whole one and be good.
Do you do that?
What?
So Morgan will go get a rotisserie chicken,
Yeah.
and she'll get sides, but I don't want to eat the sides. I end up eating like almost the whole chicken.
Yeah, that's me.
And nothing else.
Yeah, that's me. I'll eat the whole
Well,
breast.
that's probably why I have gout.
No, I don't think so, man.
Yeah, you can't eat protein.
No, that's weird.
Yeah, that's totally against the Bible. Like, that's just terrible. Matt says he puts ducks. I'm not even gonna read that. Ugh. You know what? If they monitored our chats, we for sure would have people in jail. I can guarantee you.
If what?
If people monitored our chats, people would be in jail.
I think people know. I think
What's up, Todd?
people. I don't know. They would definitely have questions.
Yeah, well, we attract like-minded people, so
Yeah, I'm going through this I don't want to care kind of thing, and the faster my business is growing, the more I get to do that, you know?
care.
No, not care.
I have to care.
You have to care, but it also forces you to be grounded. So, like, I'll wake up sometimes and realize I haven't taken a shower in 3 days.
Not today, because I definitely smell you from over here.
You do smell me?
No.
Oh, you would smell me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awful. So if you haven't checked out Frank's stuff, by the way, I'll plug him since he's not. Frank is making some pretty awesome furniture. Made me a great looking table, even though it's a little red.
It's not fucking red.
It's
not a
not
red
red.
table. God
It's
damn it.
not red at all. So
You wanted a red table. You got what you asked for.
it all started. Well, it started because Frank was making furniture, but I went to the hellhole known as IKEA to try to find a shelving unit just to put in a closet, and could not find one to fit my closet. Frank made one that is the perfect size. And honestly, if you're buying IKEA furniture, stop. For God's sake, stop. Man, that stuff.
It depends, because we were gifted an IKEA table that I use for a desk upstairs for the kids, and it was actually of decent quality. Now the installation is crap.
No, because they don't even give words. It's pictures with happy face people. No
That's
one's
it.
happy putting
That's
that
it.
together.
So yeah, it was one thing. Yeah, exactly. It was one little diagram, and you have to figure out where everything else goes. Now the stuff to put it together sucks, and like, oh, you get a crossbar, and the crossbar is like not real wood, but some of the stuff you're like, okay, that's decent quality, but the problem is they're affordable stuff, because those tables that somebody gave me were like almost $300, but their cheap stuff is, good God, it's junk.
Matt says he needs a sex swing that he's not going to get splinters in his butt.
We can use steel. I'm gonna use iron. Use an iron pipe.
You know that we do have the best audience in the world. They're loyal as can be. I got to give them that. Hey, Matt shouted us out the other day. So Matt has won. Put it in the comments. Matt has won tickets to like everything multiple times because he listens to Monsters in the Morning a lot on 104.1. That's a local plug for you Orlando people.
There's still radio?
Yeah, there's still terrestrial radio.
Why do cuts on your feet hurt worse than almost anywhere else?
Because you're agitating them, you're walking on it. No, but listen, he won tickets to an after night party thing for iHeartRadio from the Tom and Dan show, I think, who are part of the Monsters, by the way. But he calls into Monsters all the time and gets on the air and always shouts us out at the end of his stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So he's like, listen to the Ordinary Guys. I don't know if it's working.
Yeah.
But if you're listening from the 104.1, you should definitely keep listening to us.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We just have to actually put something out for you to listen to. And sorry about the hiatus. That was my fault. I have never been more busy in my life.
I'm right there with you, though, man. I'm right there with you. It's so funny. I'll post a picture. I'll have to black out some of the names, but did I show you the picture of my freezer? Did I show you the freezer joke?
No.
So I was telling Janet that I needed a whiteboard to keep track of all my projects because it would be nice to have some room. And then I realized that I have the biggest whiteboard ever. I'm a huge freezer in my garage.
Yeah, it's true.
So I use it as a whiteboard now.
And it just wipes off like a whiteboard?
It just wipes off like a whiteboard.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's perfect.
I need a freezer.
So I use that now, and I'll show you. I'll show you, and then we'll post something later. Because normally, like, the way this started was I had a couple people ask me to make some stuff, and then I had a couple friends ask me to make some stuff, and then eventually Kevin was like, "Hey, if you have time, make some stuff," and I did. Right, like I knocked your table out in like a week. Right,
and it looks excellent. I'm
So-
not just saying that because he's sitting in front of me. Because trust me, I would tell him if it sucked.
Well, and that's the thing.
Because he made me look bad by making the table look that good.
It was a nice table.
Yeah.
It was a nice table. It came
Yeah,
out
so
good.
I built a shitty table, and Frank came and made me a new table.
Well, you wanted me to fix the table,
Yes.
and it would have taken more time to fix the table.
Then to make a new one.
Yeah, so I just made a new one.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that, like, this was like 4 days ago, and that's everything I have to finish.
Goodness.
It was to the point that I only had like 2 things. Now I'm literally booked. Like, if you wanted a table made now, I might be able to have it to you by Thanksgiving.
That's excellent.
Yeah, I love it. But we're growing fast, so I'm going to need a shop pretty soon.
Yeah, if anybody has the means to a shop that they can rent to Frank for free.
for no monies.
Yeah. We will be happy to let you on the show at any time.
Yeah, for sure.
You can do it. We'll talk about whatever you want. We'll give you some of this liquor we got here.
And I'll even give you a good discount on furniture.
Yeah.
So, but no, in all honesty, I am going to have to get a shop at some point. And I may even have to hire somebody. Could you imagine? How crazy would that be?
That is crazy.
It's crazy. Because there's only so much time, even with a shop, there's only so much time in the day. And it would be nice to have either somebody making, like, Home Depot runs and the lumber runs and all that sort of stuff.
Speaking to somebody that might have a shop, Brian Bear just jumped on.
What's up, Brian? Anyway, I just made him a flag, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
The flags are cool.
Yeah.
We showed that on last episode. If you haven't seen it, what's your Facebook profile name now?
So here's another thing that really pisses me off. So you can find me Custom Creations, or if you find my page, if you guys know me, you've got my page. I think you can see my other pages that way through my personal. I'm not sure how that works. But Custom Creations. But listen, so Custom Creations is so vague. I wanted to start selling the flags online, so I created an e-commerce website for it. And the domain, because Custom Creations is so vague, the domain I got was Hammerhead Woodwork, right? Because the sharks,
Yeah.
right? So Hammerhead Woodwork. Facebook will not allow me to change my Custom Creations name to Hammerhead Woodwork because they find it misleading. And the example they gave me was starting a page saying, I love New York, getting a whole bunch of people to join it because they like New York, and then me changing it to I love Paris.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
You're 100% right. And they will not allow me to change the name to Hammerhead Woodwork.
So can you start another one and then just make a post like we did when we changed?
Yeah, I'm just afraid to lose people.
We got them all back in a week.
Because I got a lot of good people on there. Anyway, but I probably will. I'll probably do both of them and then merge them or something at some point. Right? Does merging bring them over? I don't remember.
I don't know. We didn't do that.
Anyway. But anyway, so yeah, so you can find me custom creations, but that may change. I would like it to change.
So now that this will segue into something. So now that I've opened my own business, we can technically have a Facebook store now. Because I actually have a tax number and all that good stuff.
I have a Facebook store, but I just do my tax number.
Well, we could have been doing it then.
Yeah, sole prop, basically. And we when we do our taxes, we just have to note that stuff.
And that's a whole nother thing, man. Getting set. So if somebody could write just but it'd probably be different for every city. But if somebody could write, this is how you start a business, these are the steps you have to take. Because it is so convoluted that it's like you show up at one place because one place says, well, you got to go here and get this. Then you go to the next place and they're like, oh, you got to go here and get this. And then you got to go here and then here and then here. And the one that upset me the most is I went into Titusville. So I got everything done, right? And then I went into Titusville to sign up and pay the license fee. They call it something else, though. But anyways,
I know what you mean.
To get the business license because everything else was done. Like, the IRS, the whole 9 yards. And they go, okay, now that you got this done, you got to go over to the Brevard County one, down at the old courthouse in Titusville. The one they closed because of the fake asbestos that never was really there. That one. Yeah. Because remember, they moved everything out to Vieira because they said it had asbestos. Magically, it's open again with people in there, and they never did anything to it. So,
it's the same.
Yeah, it's a bunch of crap. So anyways, I go into there. And I have to pay Brevard County on top of it as well. So I'm paying the state, I'm paying the county, I'm paying the city, and I'm paying the U.S. government. And it's like, they make it so dang hard to start a business that it's ridiculous. I mean,
it is ridiculous.
And it doesn't, if you go to the websites that you're supposed, it's not blatantly posted where you're going to be able to find it. You got to look for it.
No, you got to know. You got to know what to do. There are places that tell you exactly what to do, but it's usually like business specific. There's forums and all that sort of stuff that fill you in. Or a good attorney, right? You ended up reaching out to a good attorney.
Yeah, but that's expensive.
It's very expensive. But sometimes, depending on the level of what you're doing, and you needed it quick, sometimes it's a better option. But
Bob's got to carry 3 business license, and I know that Bob is in the trades, so I'm sure that he's got to have his state licensing, and then... that was another thing. I had to do workers' comp exempt. Workers' comp's a whole nother thing. And they sent me those posters to the house. I work out of a home office, and I got to put these posters on my home's wall.
Really?
Really.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So where you at? Just in the bathroom?
Yeah.
You should do it. You should put it in the bathroom. So when you have somebody over, they're like,
has to be a common place where the workers always go. Workers, a.k.a. me. So it'd probably be best to have it in the bathroom.
Yeah. And then put a coffee maker in there.
Yeah.
Call it a break room.
Did you have to do that?
No, because my business, because I was set up as a consulting firm. Yeah. My business, technically, I do business on their site.
Yeah, but don't you have to get workers' comp exemption?
Yeah, I didn't have to. They make you fill out all the things.
Okay.
So maybe that was. Maybe
are you an LLC or a C Corp?
It's LLC.
See, I'm a C Corp, so I think I got to do some other stuff.
There's a couple things I have to do. But yeah, I'm an LLC, so all I really have to do is just fill out the form that says what you are, the employees and stuff. And once they realize it's just me and it's consulting, that there's no sales of an actual item, and business is done in a different location.
Yeah, Bob's got to do state, county, same, and 2 local city licenses. And that was another thing is I had trouble getting insurance for myself, like liability insurance, because they don't have a category for what I do. Because there's not a lot of people that do what I do.
Yeah, but wouldn't you just be considered in medical sales?
No, because I do calibrations, certifications, and then I also do soundproof room building. That's where it gets muddy.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to go and say half of it, and then I go out and somebody gets hurt on one of my sound room jobs, and now I have no insurance to cover it.
Yeah.
Because that could get messy.
I can.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's my most recent problem with Titusville, though. Titusville the Titusville bill was 4 times more expensive than the county bill.
Titusville's, dude, Titusville's crazy. The water here is ridiculous.
And for what is the question? And here's the other thing. I'm trying to look for office space for this company that I'm trying to bring to Titusville. There's nowhere to put it.
No.
There's nothing in this town.
You could pay a lot of money and be at the new mall.
Yeah, but then you got people trying to walk into a business that doesn't take business through the door.
Right.
Like, we don't do business that way.
Yeah.
We're on site, and we don't sell anything locally.
You probably have to go to one of those, you know what I'm talking about.
Co-working.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or
we have one in Titusville, and they're shutting it down in December.
Is it the one by McDonald's right across the way there?
I don't know which one you're talking about. You talking about on US 1?
Yeah.
That's not co-working. You're talking about an office building. Do you know what co-working is?
Yeah, I thought. It's a shared office, no?
Those aren't shared. Those are individual.
Oh.
The Washington Plaza or something they
Yeah,
call
yeah.
it. Yeah. No, the co-working center for us is down. Remember where the old IHOP was, and it turned into like a Thai place, and then it shut down, and now it's just an abandoned building?
I think so.
It's real ugly. It's yellow, and it looks like a pyramid.
Was it IHOP or was it Shoney's?
It was IHOP. IHOP always used to look like that.
Gotcha.
But right next door to that, they have a co-working center, and they did it for 3 years, and now they've decided just to close it up. Yet they have people there. That's the way Titusville works.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. And see, my company is Italian, and they're used to co-work environments because that's how it works in Italy. Because you can't buy a building in Italy.
Yeah.
Like, that's not an option. So you have these co-working centers like Regis and stuff like that, which are becoming very popular for people that are small business.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to go buy a crappy office. You can share this really nice office for a cheap fee.
Yep.
And Titusville said, nope, we ain't doing that. We're going to pack it up and head home. So now my only option is Melbourne or go to Orlando.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, and I can't find an office either because everything's either way too big or way too ugly.
Why can't you do, like, shop space? Why couldn't you do, like, a climate-controlled shop space?
Because they're $2,000 a month.
Really?
Yeah.
That's tough.
Because that is what is popular in Titusville. Because probably because of aerospace.
Yeah, but if you do shop space, how cool would it be to do shop space that has like a really nice loft, and you do like your really nice office up in the loft, and then you could have tons of storage room for equipment, calibrations, set up little stations.
And that's the plan eventually because, right now we're just trying to get it set up to where I have somebody working in the office and then somebody answering phones for technical support. So, not to get boring on this thing, but right now it's got to be small. But the thing is when we grow, we're going to need a humongous building. And you would think that Titusville would want to accommodate that because if they brought the industry here, we're talking about an Eckler-sized building.
Well, they want you to build your own. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but why? When there's 3 old Eckler's buildings right on US 1, that would be fine.
Right.
Just fix them up. And I'm sure Eckler's would love to sell them.
Yeah, if they haven't already.
Yeah, they got signs on them.
Yeah?
Yeah, the original one does. And then the one that used to be like Lockheed Martin or something next to it.
Yep. That's interesting.
Yep.
Well,
so that's about all I got.
Yeah, we ranted enough, I think. I mean, there's always stuff to talk about. I'm excited, though, about these upcoming races. It's going to be a ridiculously trying 2 weeks. So I'm definitely out. We're leaving early in the morning Friday, so I'm definitely out for the next 2 weekends. We're going to do something on the road. We'll figure it out. Maybe we'll do like a little short from DC because I'll have Mark and GQ from the running team there. So maybe we'll do a little something.
And I may or may not do a new segment that I haven't even talked to you about, but I think it'd be
10
funny.
new segments out there.
I know. But this one I think would be good because stuff.
Can you keep up with it?
Yeah.
Right,
So my thought is I'm going to get a mount for the golf cart, right? And it's going to be karting with Kevin. And then we just go out and do our usual of driving around in the golf cart, having some drinks, and just see what happens. It won't even be like a show. It'll be like what comes out from us driving. Because we do some stupid stuff.
Some ridiculous stuff.
Yeah. So you'll get some good video footage of that. And anybody in the chat is more than welcome to come for a ride. And it'll just be ridiculous. I mean, can you imagine?
It'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be like, because we'll forget we're being filmed.
Last time I went out with you, the battery was like dying.
Yeah, everything's fixed. We're good. Everything's fixed.
That was awkward.
Well, stuff happens. But it was
fine.
a good 10 minutes.
It was good. It was good. I'm excited. My phone has been automatically charging. It's been staying at 100%. Automatically charging. I like it.
I didn't know they make cases that would automatically re-soup it up.
Yeah. My phone, whenever it dips, like it hits like 98% and then it charges right back up.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if that's worse though. Could that be worse for the battery?
Probably.
Probably is worse for the battery. But here's the deal: is my battery has not been good. My battery makes it like 4 hours. So I'm gonna be playing music and probably going in and out of service, and somebody calls me.
That's crazy to think you're running long enough to go in and out of service.
I'm gonna be running for about 6.5 hours.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, I'm not a fast runner.
And it's probably going to be cold.
It's supposed to be raining and like 40.
And you said, this sounds like a lot of fun. Let's go do
It
that.
sounded fun when it was in like July and it was hot as balls.
It's kind of
here.
like when you eat a whole bunch of hamburgers and then you go, you know what? Tomorrow I'm going to go and I'm going to go work out and I'm going to be what I can be.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow gets there.
And you get
you're
hungry
like,
again.
That was a stupid idea.
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Salad tastes like salad.
Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, I don't mind all that sort of stuff. I honestly don't even mind the running. I just know it's gonna suck, and I know I'm gonna get like a cramp and have to make it through a cramp. That's gonna be bullshit. But then, so I'm doing the 50K that Sunday. Then I'm driving to New York, and I'm gonna do the New York City Marathon the following week. 1 week.
You're just begging for
The
punishment.
marathon should be fun. It's 6 miles less.
There's nothing fun about that.
It'd be 6 miles less. It'd be like a walk in the park. That is the cool part, though, too, is we're running up and down Central Park. From the outside, like running around Central Park. It's cool.
No, doesn't sound fun.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound fun at all. And on that note, are you going to, you should wear like a GoPro or something.
Nah. I'm going to wear my American flag gear, though.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be... How cold do you think it's going to be in New York?
Are you going to go live at least for a minute?
Yeah, I'll do something.
Okay.
I'll do something. I'll do it... should I finish? I don't want to say that, because what if I never finish? Should I finish live with the OG show?
Yeah. You
I
better
think-
finish.
I don't think I can go live from the OG show, though. I think I can only go live from my personal page. I have to share it to the OG show.
So Matt's going to be in Manhattan in 2 weeks.
I'm running Sunday the 3rd.
Are you going to be there Sunday the 3rd, Matt? We got to deal with the delay on top of this. So we'll get an answer right as we get off.
Yeah, probably.
Matt invited us over for beers and let his dogs bite our balls because he trained his dogs to do that to people.
Yeah, I think that's an awesome idea that I don't want to find out if it works.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, anything good that you're watching on Netflix or Amazon?
Morgan's been on a rehash of Grey's Anatomy.
Okay.
So I've been having to watch Grey's Anatomy.
I started watching Parks and Rec all over
I
again.
love Parks and Rec.
Dude, it
Ron
is
Swanson.
the best.
You want to be Ron Swanson.
Yes, but I'm more like Chris Traeger.
You are like Chris Traeger.
I'm a lot like Chris Traeger.
Yeah.
But I love that show. It's fun because I've been watching it the way I watched Friends. Is when I'd put it on and probably fall asleep, so you miss like 3 episodes.
But it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It's like The Office.
It's fine because I'm like speed watching through it again, and it reminded me how good of a show that was.
Oh, another one I've been watching by myself is I've been catching up on Ballers, and I've been catching up on... I keep forgetting the name of it. It's the one about the church on HBO it's funny as can be. So, The Righteous Gemstones.
I've never seen it.
Oh, my God.
Ballers.
hilarious.
You're on the new season of Ballers?
Matt says he'll be there before then. Sorry.
Oh. Ballers.
Ballers is good.
Yeah.
But I told you, they're kind of... The Rock is not on it as much.
The new season, right?
Yeah.
Well, I know he's recording like 3 movies, or did record 3
Did you see the
movies.
Skyscraper movie?
Yeah.
Terrible.
I love that movie.
No, you didn't.
Of course it did.
It's just because you love The Rock.
And San Andreas, too.
That was bad, too.
They're spectacular. It's the same movie.
Yes. Just one's higher up.
Yep. Dude, he's doing great movies. They got Jumanji 3 coming out.
Was there a Jumanji 2?
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Jumanji 2 with him and Kevin Hart.
How's he doing, by the way?
I don't know.
I know he got messed up in that wreck,
I know he's alive.
unfortunately. And he's able to walk, I heard.
I don't know. I heard he's pretty messed up, though.
He's going to have a heck of a comedy special after he comes out of this. Because do you remember when, what's the one that was on SNL that got into the car wreck, got hit by a Walmart semi?
Oh, Tracy
Morgan.
Tracy Morgan.
When Tracy came out with that whole comedy routine after that accident where he's like, and Walmart is paying me $200 million or whatever he was saying, it was cracking me up. Dude, he's going to... If a comedian doesn't get material from something like that, then, something's worse is wrong with him. But I hope he's okay because I like his stuff.
I love him too, man. He cracks me up, and the dynamic between him and The Rock is spectacular. So any movie they do together, I'm in.
You just want to date The Rock.
No, man, I want to learn something from The Rock. I don't know what.
That man wakes up at 4 o'clock every day to work out.
I doubt it.
I'm not going to do that.
I doubt it. I doubt he does that.
No, he does because he goes live almost every morning on Instagram.
I think he just has a lot of fucking money.
You can't get that big from being rich.
Yes, you can.
So you just pay somebody and like, hey, you're built.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how it works.
He's got to put in the effort.
That's what I'm saying.
He's got to put in the effort, but he doesn't have shit to worry about besides putting in the effort.
It's either way, it's a job.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's his brand. So
That's a
if
cool
he
job.
doesn't work out, he's done.
It's an awesome job.
Because look at Hulk Hogan. When he stopped working out and got saggy,
Yeah, it got bad.
went away.
Yeah, he started running into
Yeah,
people.
started doing Hulk Hogan knows best, dating a woman that looks like his younger wife.
Yeah.
His wife's
Bro,
dating a
O.J.
14-year-old
Simpson.
man.
O.J. Simpson on Twitter. What?
How's he on Twitter? I thought he was in jail.
Have you not seen?
No.
He does sports announcing and stuff on Twitter.
In jail?
No, he's wherever he is
He's
in
out?
Florida. Yeah. He goes, hello, Twitter world.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I'm
He
telling
was a
you.
good announcer. The Juice was a good announcer when he
Dude,
was announcing.
It's just funny, though, because he'll sit there and he'll just talk about it. He's talking about people, talking about teams and stuff like that, and you're like, it's weird.
It's no weirder than Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis is innocent.
Yeah, right.
Ray Lewis is super innocent.
Yeah. We're
Yeah.
hitting all sorts of points right here when we're supposed to be getting off.
We are, all right, yeah.
Oh, yeah. No. So Bob brought up something. So Chappelle and Bill Burr both did new Netflix specials. Dude, Chappelle killed it.
That shit was hilarious.
Burr was good, too.
Burr
But
was great.
Chappelle, freaking... You can't... If you didn't know him, you would think... You couldn't figure out if he was Republican or Democrat.
You couldn't.
He nailed both sides.
But I love that, though.
And the freaking transgenders went wild.
They loved it.
No, they hated it.
No, they loved it.
You think they loved
Did you
it?
hear his closer?
No.
The closing joke?
I forget.
Oh, my God.
I've watched it like 3 times.
The closing joke was like after the credits where he's building
no.
he's building up like this comedy store he used to go to all the time. I didn't mean to call it comedy store because that's a place. He's this club that he would go to all the time. He's building up the club and talking about this transsexual that he ran into, and he was going on and on deep about how it was like a meaningful thing or whatever it was, and basically ends it with, "So I fucked him," and it's over.
Of course, because
And-
that's how he works.
And everybody's like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Chappelle's untouchable, though, because he walked away from it, and he already proved to everybody that it's not...
He's like,
it
your
doesn't
money means
control him.
your money means shit.
Yeah, so nobody... They'll go after him a little bit, but they don't because they feel like he doesn't care.
He doesn't give a fuck.
And that's the way... That's why Trump is so successful, is he don't care.
And I would think that Chappelle is left leaning. You know what I mean? Based on his relationships with people that he was talking about, and comedians tend to be a little bit left leaning, but who gives a shit? He's funny.
That's about right.
He's
If you're good at something,
who cares?
it just rolls on by.
I love the fact that he could say whatever he wants. He's the old man who isn't old.
He's Richard Pryor.
He's the guy that I would strive to be.
Still one of my favorite jokes ever is when Eddie Murphy is telling the joke about how he got a call. How am I forgetting his name? The one that's in jail, the Jello guy.
Oh, Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby. He got a call from Bill Cosby, and Bill Cosby's like, you know that cussing and talking about sex is bad, doing this whole thing, and he's like, oh man, I really look up to Bill Cosby. I'm gonna give Richard Pryor a call and see what he says. And Richard Pryor goes, tell that motherfucker to have a Coke and a smile. And I thought that was the best comeback because Richard Pryor was hilarious. And do you know if Richard Pryor was still alive, he would eat Bill Cosby up right now.
It would be ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, and if Murphy ever did another one, he would too.
Apparently, Murphy's in talks with Netflix.
Really, because he did the whole thing with driving in cars with comedians or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was doing that with Seinfeld, and he said he just doesn't have the desire to ever want to do that again.
But that was a while ago. That was a few years ago, at least. And Netflix threw him an insane amount of money.
It would take it. He's worth it. Dude, his specials were the best.
Netflix threw him an insane amount of money, and he said that whatever the deal was, he didn't take the money, but he said that he'll think about it.
Bob brought one up. I don't know if you've seen it. Letterkenny? You never seen Letterkenny? Okay. I would say most of the chat hasn't seen Letterkenny. Letterkenny is a show out of Canada. They are freaking hilarious. I don't know what channel they're on. I just watch their Facebook stuff because it has all the little short segments of it. But dude, it gives Parks and Rec a run for its money.
Oh, I don't know. Parks and Rec is amazing.
I'm telling you. Oh, you know what else I've been watching is Schnitz Creek. You ever see that one?
Yeah, I've seen some of it.
It's pretty funny. But Matt said the cops are here questioning about his comments on the chat.
Oh, perfect.
So on that note, Matt, don't call us if you need bail. If you do have a workspace for Frank, do call us. If you want to be a part of the show, give us a call because we'd love to have you. And cost of admission to be on the show is a new bottle of liquor. We are running low.
We're running low. Hey, I want to give a couple shout-outs real quick, too, to some people that have made an impact on the show lately. So, Brian Bear Air, thanks, buddy. We appreciate it. We know you chime in all the time. Mo's got a big fight coming up soon.
Yeah, he does, October 31st.
Yep, Halloween.
If it wasn't on Halloween, I would go.
I would love to go, but I'm gonna be in New York, I think.
My kids, if I missed Halloween, would kill me.
I'm gonna be gone for Halloween, so they're already pissed.
Well, he's just got to win so I can go to the next fight.
Yeah, no, for sure. That would be New Year's Eve. So Mo is fighting for a chance to win $1 million.
I'd probably go to that one.
Check him out. PFL,
New York, right?
Halloween, Madison Square Garden. Yep.
The big show.
Oh, yeah. Yep. So that would be nice. PFL. It's going to be on ESPN Plus October 31st. You got to check him out. I said Brian Bear Air. Thank you.
Bob's going to be in town the 27th. So we're going to have a show on the 27th with Bob.
I will be running the 50K.
I will have Bob on karting with Kevin.
Yeah, or you guys can come here.
We'll cart with Kevin to here.
Yep, whatever you guys want to do. And then you figure, who else was I? What was I trying to say? Damn it, Kevin, you ruined it. Cody Leland from American Regardless. I saw you were on. Thanks, buddy.
I wore that shirt the other day.
I wear it all the time. Mo wears his all the time. I've seen him. And then
he needs to wear it on that fight.
That'd be awesome. Well, he's also trying to get like legit sponsors too that I think he was working on. You know, like actual money sponsors. But anyway, and dude, huge shout out to my buddy James at East Coast Metalworks. I'm just looking at some of the stuff he did right now. You guys gotta check him out on Instagram. He just made some enclosures for the Brevard Zoo. So I know he was making like the otter cage, and I know he was making like
them things stink.
A cage for a tapir.
What's a tapir?
The tapir's like that big old, like, hog-looking thing without tusks in the Africa area. Just Google it.
What's the one that looks like a giant freaking guinea pig?
I think it's a tapir.
That's what it is?
I think so.
I want one for my
house. Those things are amazing. So I know he just made an enclosure for the tapirs. So awesome job to Mr. Timberlake at East Coast Metalworks. That's it, I think.
I'm about to have the show of shows. In the chat, Matt and Bob have agreed on the 27th to be on Karting with Kevin.
All right. Well, you guys are not allowed to be at my house.
Why not?
Bob's fine.
Matt's not. Well, didn't Bob coin the term pulling a tobacco?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So. Man, I'm going to miss one hell of a show. But you guys definitely have to do it. I'll watch it because I think that's the night. I think that's either the night of the run. Is that Saturday or Sunday?
I don't know.
I think that's Saturday. If that's Saturday, it's the night of the run, so I will watch.
Well, will you be free the second night after that?
I'm going to be in New York.
Oh,
I'm going from D.C. to New York. I'm leaving for D.C. on Friday.
your running is not working out for us.
No. Well, your life is not working out for the show either.
No.
It's been a month and a half.
2 shows. Month and a half.
We did 2 shows in a month and a half?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Maybe 3.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. We just ruined it for whoever's still stuck on.
Yep. That's what we do. We love you. We'll see you next time. And we'll see how long it takes him to shut it off. Da, 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 da.